What's up? What's up? I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Roddy Rod, man. On this one, we're gonna be talking about these EBT bandits. That's what I'm calling them, because some of them, I don't have an issue with people who are on food stamps and they and they're like elderly or they have some type of disability or they genuinely need it for whatever reason. Somebody who's genuine about it, I don't have an issue with that. The issue that I more so have with people are the ones who are very able-bodied. They're able to go to work, find some a decent job, or just do something, but they choose not to. And that's why I'm speaking on this, because we see a lot of these videos of these people who are talking about going out and stealing, and I'm just gonna go in there and fill my buggy up and walk out in Walmart and things like that. It's like, you're able-bodied, then that means you can get up and move around. You got enough in you to go to to drive to the grocery store and go steal some groceries, but you don't have enough in you to go get a job and be a respectable person of this society and contribute to this society. But yet you want to wait on taxpayers to fund your lifestyle, when we know a lot of these people take these food stamps. These able-bodied people, now I'm not talking about the other folks. These able-bodied people, they sell the food stamps so they can go get drugs and weed and go get their hair done and all of these other little things that they got going on. Because another thing that we also have to be honest with ourselves with is a lot of these people, because I know some, it's in my family. Like, I've seen them. They've been out of the country. They've taken more trips. They've done more things than I can imagine. And I'm trying to figure out how they doing this when they got a government housing, they got government assistance, they got all of these issues and things going on. But yet, how is y'all getting this money to go do all of these things? And when they do get a job, they only have a job for a few months, and then they go back to not having a job. And I'm sure it had something to do with their benefits. Maybe their benefits get decreased because they're working so many hours. They require them, to, you pay this portion of the rent and we'll pay this other portion of the rent. I don't know exactly how it goes, but I'm assuming this is the reason why they don't keep jobs. They don't like commitments, because the welfare program has subsidized their whole lifestyle. And a lot of us are just tired of hearing it. We tired of seeing it. And once again, the people who need it, I don't have an issue with them. If you're an elderly person, somebody who actually needs it, somebody with a disability, those type of people, I don't have a problem with them at all. It's these people who we see on these videos. Somebody like this woman who is sitting in the car, you can tell she's able bodied, but yet they go out and have a bunch of kids. And then they expect the state to take care of them. They don't have abortions. They don't, use contraceptives enough or anything like that. But they'll get up there and scream and holler that we should have the right to abort our children, but they won't do it because they know they're going to get benefits. This is why they like the system the way it is. They like the way where you can constantly take men to child support court. You can always milk men for whatever it is you need. Then I can get government assistance. Then I can maybe go give me a little part-time job on the side and I could be balling out. I see one female from my city on Facebook every time income tax comes around. She has a couple of kids, and yet soon as she gets that money, she's in Cancun. She's like all out of the country doing all kind of trips. And then the rest of the year, she's still having fun. She's here and there taking her kids. She takes care of her kids, but it's just like the state, and she's banking on income tax and government assistance and all of these things to help her out. She even tells you how to get this stuff, what you need to do. This is who you need to go talk to. Oh, you got this amount of kids, well then you probably gonna get this amount on food stamps, and they probably gonna give you this amount for a housing voucher, and whatever the case may be. These things are is just crazy. It's insane to know that this is going on. And like I say, a lot of us are just tired of it. And it falls on deaf ears when you hear these people bitching and moaning about what's going on.
Hi, you guys. I'm out of the store. So they wanted $7 for this. Mind you, I don't have food stamps anymore. They cut me off. So I only had $22 left in food stamps.
Keep in mind, what did we just see? Did that not look like a Coach purse? Because it damn sure looked like a Coach purse to me. Now it may be a knockoff. See, they'll even go to great lengths to get a fake designer bag. This is the lifestyle that these people live. They wear designer clothes, take extravagant trips, and me and you who get up and go to work every day, we can't even afford half the shit that they got in their house. They living way better than we are, and we funding their lifestyle. What sense does that make?
So this is what I stole. Okay, they wanted $9 for this. I said, I don't got $9. Then they wanted $2 for this. They wanted, sorry, it's all fucked up because it's been in my purse. $7 for this. I'm making some stuffed salmon today. These are needed. I'm not paying $7 for that. Okay, let me show you the most important thing to me. Short ribs. Take off the label so that you don't beep. Get your
Ha! She said, take off the label so that you don't beat. You know what else I'm noticing? Is that the genius level of these people. They can work up a scheme on how to steal some stuff, but they don't have enough in them to go somewhere and fill out an application. And let's be real, a lot of these applications you don't even have to do on paper anymore. You can do them on your phone. If you got a laptop, that's even better. You can sit down and do it on your computer. They can sit back in their house and think of a scheme of how to go steal a bunch of shit from the grocery store, but they can't think of a scheme on how to get a job. They can think of a scheme on how to get a Coach bag, and this is what I'm gonna do when I go in the store, and I'm gonna walk down the aisle this way, and I'm gonna act, and I might go up to the front and buy one or two things, but the rest of this shit gonna be in my purse. Like they can think of all of these things, but they can't think of how I should go do something to benefit myself, how I should go get a job. They're not gonna do any of that.
fucking meat. How many do you think that I got? How many short ribs is that? And can I be real? More of y'all bitch ass niggas should have started taking shit from the motherfucking corporations a long time ago. Y'all just
No, you shouldn't have. This is bad advice. This is bad advice. What y'all don't realize is when people do this in mass, you just giving them another excuse to raise the prices. So the regular average everyday person who is actually paying for this stuff, prices are going to be raised on them because you got folks going out here stealing groceries. Look, she's got tattoos. She got it looks like a decent car. She got a child seat in the back, a Coach purse, rings on her fingers, and yeah, we subsidizing this person's lifestyle. It doesn't make any sense.
didn't have that shit in your motherfucking bones. Get out there and get in the motherfucking field like I told you. Everything out here is yours. Whether or not you take it, they call that shit free will. I call that shit eminent domain.
That's the type of shit that's gonna get you locked up. Everybody who goes out November the 1st and thinks that you're gonna go out and steal a bunch of shit, I guarantee you they're gonna have extra security when it comes to these stores, waiting on people to do shit like that. They're gonna be watching extra hard when it comes to Walmart, Target, any of these retail stores that have groceries in them for people to buy. They're gonna be watching. So the moment you start stuffing your bags or hiding something in your kids' pampers and the baby bag and all of this shit, when you get up to the front or anywhere, whether you at the register or you trying to sneak out the door, your ass is going to jail. And I can tell you this because I used to work at Walmart. I'm going to tell you what they do at Walmart now. They started doing it around the time I started leaving. This camera can watch you steal all of this stuff and they won't say nothing, right? You'll come back in next week and steal some more shit. They won't say nothing. They'll wait till you get to that felony level or that certain level, however dollar amount it is for you to reach this level. Then they'll bust you. They'll bring you in the back, call the police, and tell you all of the times and show all of the things that you've stolen. Now, when you go to jail, your ass really gonna get some time. It ain't gonna be a misdemeanor. You're gonna get put away. Another thing that they're starting to do is they have this AI system. You know, I can't really explain it. It's on the cameras, right? You come in, they can recognize your face. You steal some stuff, you leave. It's watching you leave. It's seeing what vehicle you get into, scanning your license plate. You come back next week in that same car. The system is scanning license plates. Boom, recognizes your license plate. Now it done put a marker on you. I'm gonna just say a red box. So you get out the car. Everybody else got blue boxes on them. You got this red box. Now, whoever's watching it is watching you. You walking around the store, you stealing a bunch of stuff. Boom, it's got you. You do it again. And like I say, they're gonna monitor you. They're gonna be hyper focused on you. Whether you think, oh, ain't nobody paying attention to me. I don't even see a employee walking around. They don't need an employee to walk around. It's called the eye in the sky. Some of these cameras are actually pointed down each aisle. They can watch each aisle. So from the moment you hit the parking lot, before you even get out the car, they already got eyeballs on you. The old school way was for them to have somebody come around and say, ma'am, you need any help? And that would kind of be a deterrent to make you be like, damn, is they watching me? Let me put this shit back. And you might, get spooked enough to put it back. But now people are beyond that. They don't even care. They could care less if somebody was right there. They're gonna take it anyway. Which is the reason why that door that they usually bring you into is right at the entrance. And it's cops and everybody just sitting in there waiting on you. So by the time you hit that door, you cross that threshold, boom, they got you.
You know what I'm saying? One thing I learned from the white men, take it! Hey, now! Take it! I don't give a fuck who's already sitting there. I don't give a fuck if your land was already established. Bitch, it's mine now, and I want it. That is what we should be preaching in the land to the fucking masses. Act more like a white man. Take it for yourself, bitch, and you won't be worried about who don't got it. You see what I'm saying? Get out there and ravish.
That's crazy. We should be teaching each other how to survive without stealing, how I can improve my skill set, go out and get a job, start a business, maybe start an apprenticeship with somebody, learn some type of skill that can make me some money. You shouldn't be encouraging people that you know, or even kids or anybody around you, to start stealing shit. Because when you do that, you have stuff like this. Let me show y'all. I remember I showed y'all this, but I want to show y'all. This is the type of shit that you end up getting when you start telling people, having kids, maybe stealing and whatnot. Let me show you. This was crazy to me. I hope it's still in here. Yeah, here you go. Wow.
Break. You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door. 10. Open that fucking door. I'll call my mom. Call my mom. Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Show 4 out of that. Bad dude ass.
You can open the door. Open the door.
Bitch, get this shit from my face, please. I'm gonna open up this door because I'm not playing. All my fucking nose, y'all better open it. I'm not playing with y'all.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
I open up this door before we break this bitch.
Break it. Go ahead.
I'm finna break something up in this bitch. On God, I'm finna. You guys must be dumb. I would like that fight too with y'all. Do not play with me.
You
Do
can
not.
like that, but you can't open the door.
Do not play with me. Open this door, Paul. Trash it.
You can open it.
I will trash this.
What's up, Dark Kid?
All right, we're sorry.
How the fuck you don't get it?
Now keep in mind, when you listening to them talk, you can't tell me that they weren't raised by some black women. They talking about, look, ho, bitch, open this door, bitch. That's some black women talking. Ain't no man around them talking like that. And you know somebody put them up to this. Cause ain't no kids just went in there with some big bags and decided to all steal something together and walk out. I'm pretty sure somebody told them, "Look, y'all kids, y'all got a better chance on stealing this stuff. Y'all go in there, get this for mama and daddy. Make sure you grab this and grab that." You know that's what happened. Probably sent them in there with a list, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what you get when you have people like this woman telling folks to go in there and just steal shit. This is what you should have been doing. No, that's not what you should have been doing. You should have been learning some type of skill. If you didn't have that some type of skill, try to figure out what you can do. It's nothing that's going to improve your life if you just want to be a thief and a criminal. I'm telling you, I've been down that road. You're not going to be able to sleep. You're not going to feel good about yourself. None of that shit. It's just not going to happen. No matter how much you try to convince yourself that you're in the right because society has wronged you some type of way, it's not going to correct your life. I understand. I know that.
Last but not least, go in that church you infiltrate. Don't be stupid. Get in there. Ask them for some rent money. Ask them for some help. You been tithing. Say your lights is off. You need a stipend. You need some food.
Now her next move is to con the church. It don't get no more low down than that. And don't get me wrong, I've said what I had to say about churches. Y'all know that some of them I think are crooked anyway. But for you to decide to go in a church and basically be conniving and down, that's just down low, man. You gonna do that to a church? You ain't got no morals. None. It's nothing left in you that's salvageable to me.
Go to the church. Ask for help. If the pastor don't help you out, blast them on social media. Quickest way to
Wow.
fuck up the church's money is ask for some. Go do it. See what you get. Report back to a real bitch. Let me know. If the church doesn't help you after all those tithes you gave, well, go ask for your tithes back. See if they can give you a donation form and they can just redonate your money back to you. See if they can do that. If
She got money for lip liner, coach bags. Bro, you can't make this up.
they can't, I want you to come back under this post and give me the reason why they said they cannot reimburse you back the money you and your family have given to them for years. Also, why they can't help you. Let me know.
Also, she is telling you how to commit a crime on camera, on her own TikTok page that can be traced. The FBI, the government can probably get the IP address and see where you stay. Maybe you put in your information when you signed up for the account. I mean, these people are geniuses. Geniuses. Dog say back in the G, the OGs would put youngsters up to doing crimes. Now it's some of the black women doing it. Yeah. The OGs will put the youngsters up to it because they would think, hey, you underage. If you do, commit a murder or something like that, if you get caught, you ain't gonna get that much time because you're underage. You're a juvenile. You may get like a couple of years, 5 years or something, and you'll be let go. Yeah, the penalties won't be as harsh for the youngsters as they would be for the older crowd. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, bro. Ain't no doubt about that. Also, check this one out. This one was really, I was just like, wow.
So my sister made a video about how my whole entire family gets EBT. And everyone is calling us bums because we don't work and we live off the government. And we are proud of that. Growing up, this is what we were taught. We were taught to not have to work. We were taught to live off the government because it is there for us to use. And from what I could remember, it all started back with my grandparents. My grandparents used to get the paper, like the paper coupons to go and pay for, food and stuff like that. And that's when I was like, this is free money. Like, what? So living off of EBT is literally a tradition in our family.
A tradition? A tradition? You're proud of that? You're proud of having a tradition of being on EBT? You can take pride in that, but you can't take pride in improving your life, improving your skill set, improving your finances. You can't make this shit up. This is the food stamps by ethnicity, percentage of U.S. households. Whoa, where'd it go? There you go. Receiving food stamps. Let me blow it up. Afghan, Somali. Afghan number one, 45.6. Somali, 42.4. Iraqi, 34.8. Dominican, 34.4. Caribbean, 28.2. Native, 27.6. Puerto Rican, 27.2. Cuban, 25.2. Black, 24.9. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other ethnicities before us that's receiving food stamp benefits, which goes to show you the majority of us ain't on food stamps. So why so many of us get on these pages and try to act like we're the face of food stamps and then be the main ones talking about stealing? Because you know why so many of us are falling into these traps. So many of us have fallen into the trap where we just really pawns for white supremacy. Y'all always screaming white supremacy, but you doing they bidding by talking about, yeah, I'm finna go out and steal some food. And then you got other Negroes sitting up here backing them up to my will. They can't eat, so you what they gonna do? They ain't gonna starve. Well, they going to jail. And then when they go to jail, you're gonna blame it on white folks. That's the kind of shit that we involve ourselves with. Like, we gotta be smarter than that. Let me show you something else with this woman, how she was explaining what she used to do. I hope I still got it. Okay, here it is. What she used to do when she was on food stamps, or what you can do.
Y'all going out there making them videos talking about y'all gonna rob them people's stores because they done cut them SNAP benefits. Let me tell you something. You go out there, you gonna get them folks
Yep.
every legal right to bop you across your head. Baby, they gonna be justified in bopping you across your head. You better learn how to cook some quick, cheap, easy meals. You could take some tuna, some cream of mushroom, peas, and throw some noodles in it. You want to get fancy, crumble some crackers on the top. You got tuna casserole. You can take you some beans. I don't care if it's black bean, pinto beans. If you don't know how to make them homemade, you can buy them in a can from the Dollar Tree with some rice, baby, and you got beans and rice. Get you some cornmeal, honey, a little bit of oil, make some hot skillet cornbread. And you can take some peanut butter with some jelly and make a sandwich, grilled cheese with some bread, honey, and get your tomato soup. You got a meal and sit down somewhere. Don't go out in them streets because they going to bop y'all in the head. Don't do it.
That's good advice. Don't do it. And the funny thing about it, what she said is because we know, especially as black people, we know how to survive on little. So why would you go out there and put yourself in that type of situation? How many times have people, black folks, said, man, we didn't have that much money, but man, I never starved when I was a kid. I don't know how my mom and daddy was feeding us. I was never hungry. I remember days like that. My folks, they always had a job, but they didn't make the most amount of money. But I never remember starving. We always had something to eat. Oh, it was something I could go in there and cook some noodles. It was something. So why now are we getting behind this? Well, I got to go out and steal something. You know why? Because a lot of us don't even cook no more. Why you think they go out and when you see these people with these EBT cards, they buying a bunch of snacks? They ain't buying no food. They buying a little bit of food, but they buying a majority of snacks. Look, I got my chips and my cookies. You know what I'm saying? I got my chips and my cookies and all of that.
You want to know why I'm not having an aneurysm over people losing their food stamps on November 1st? Here's why.
Come grocery shop with us.
Make it go by faster.
One of you.
She got macaroni and cheese, Bob Evans. She got Bob Evans macaroni and cheese. And that's a little bitty thing of it. You would save more money making your own macaroni and cheese, and you would get more for less. That's right. She was telling the truth. You could get more for less. She buying Bob Evans macaroni and cheese. This is shit I'm talking about. This ain't a man. This is a woman. Now, if this was a dude doing this, it'd be kind of understandable because we know how, some of us, we don't really cook like that. But if you notice, a lot more men are cooking way more than females. A lot more men are providing the meals for the family at the end of the day after he gets off work now, as opposed to the women. Women now will tell you that they're not cooking. They ain't got time for that. But she'll sit up here and buy Bob Evans macaroni and cheese. You can get your own macaroni and cheese. You can get a whole lot more for probably the same amount that damn Bob Evans macaroni and cheese costs.
One of you. This what I pick, and this what he pick.
They got 2 different boxes of Cheez-Its. They got 2 different boxes of Cheez-Its. They gonna snack on Cheez-Its. They not gonna get full. Snacks don't do nothing but make you a little bit more hungry. You just keep running back in there. How many of y'all know about buying snacks when you got groceries? You keep going in there getting the snacks, then you fixing something to eat, and then in a couple of hours you back in there getting snacks, and then you fixing something else to eat. Next thing you know, you ain't got no more groceries. Whatever happened to the days where people would make enough where they could have leftovers and I could eat this all day? But people are too proud to do that now. I got to eat something different every day, every hour, every time I eat. It's got to be something different. I need to eat this, and I ate that yesterday. Now, I'm a man. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I could eat the same thing for at least 2 days. It don't bother me. Sometimes I just want to eat something. Like, y'all heard me talk about these women. They will not eat the same thing twice. We ate that yesterday. We need to go out and go get this, or I want to eat a steak, or I want to eat shrimp. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm hungry. I just want to eat something. But this is what's going on with these EBT folks. They're buying snacks. And didn't they cut out like buying candy and stuff on EBT? I heard them talking about it a while ago, but I don't know if they actually did it. Like, you can't buy like candy and shit.
Pick, and this what he pick.
They buying these little frozen pizzas. You can make a pizza. Or you could buy one of the bigger pizzas that'll fill you up. Why are you buying a little Totino's? You could go just buy one for like the little $5 or $6 pizza where both y'all can eat that and be full. Y'all gonna eat all of them in one day. You know how niggas is. They gonna warm that up. He gonna eat it. And then a few hours later, he gonna be back in there eating another pizza. And then they gonna be gone.
I tell you what, how about this instead? If you're on food stamps, you get a pre-selected box of meat, bread, rice, food staples, and fruits and vegetables. No more handing you a debit card filled with other people's cash for you to go load up on Oreos. The goal here is to keep you from starving because taxpayers do not need to bankroll your junk food pantry or your health problems.
But you know what's funny about that, what she's saying? If they made these EBT folks just get a box of just food, you know what they would do? It would be just like the homeless. When you go up to a homeless person and they say, "I'm hungry, just want something to eat," and you take them some food and they throw it at you, they want you to give them some money so they can go buy some beer. They saying they hungry, but they hoping you just give them a couple of dollars. So, hey man, go get you something. Here you go. Oh, thank you, thank you. And then you hang out across the street and you see him run across the street to the liquor store. They would be just like the homeless folks. Man, they'll take that. You bring them a church's chicken box, and he'll, oh man, appreciate it. He'll sit the box down and keep holding the sign. I'm hungry, y'all. Y'all, just sprinkle a few dollars on me. People just driving by, you waiting on him to eat the chicken. And he looking at it like he mad. He don't want that chicken. He wants some liquor. They don't want that box. They want snacks. They want junk food. You can make your money go a long way, even on the EBT if you buy the right stuff, but they don't be buying the right stuff. You spending most of it on snacks. None of this makes any sense to me.
You got people all over the internet talking about if they don't get their food stamps next month, how they gonna go into these people's stores and take what they need. Talking all bold, like people owe them something. But I got a question. What makes you think that you entitled to take anything that you ain't worked for? You want another man or woman to get out there, plow the field, break their backs, while you sit back and watch, and you want to eat off their labor? The devil is a lie. That's what you call bold, entitled, warped way of thinking. If you mad at anybody, talk to God about it because it's in his word. If a man chooses not to work, then he should not eat. God never blesses idleness. He blesses the works of our hands. Not all of these excuses, entitled mindsets coming out of our mouths. You wouldn't let us move into your place, eat your food, use your water, or sleep in your bed without your permission, right? So, why would you try to sit up here and justify going into these people's stores that they built with their sweat, hours, and sacrifice? We got to stop glorifying self-inflicted struggles. Get up off your behind and do what they're asking you to do. 20 hours, that's it. You do it with everything else. God feeds the birds. He just expects that the nest be built. So if you got questions, here's the answers. Stop waiting for a handout. Stop moving your mouth. Start moving them hands. Because guess what? If you don't work, it's 9 times out of 10, you not going to eat.
That's it. A lot of us, we stuck in that victim mentality mindset. This is why I've gotten tired of like talking about certain stuff, because it's just like, bro, it's, to me, that's like a defeatist mindset to just sit up here and keep saying, oh, woe is me. You know, white people is doing this, white people is doing that. The government is stopping me here. I can't do this and I can't do what I want to do. But yeah, when it comes to doing some debaucherous shit, your mind can conjure up all types of ideas and all types of ways to get it done and what you need to do and how you can scheme to get this and scheme to get that. But when it's time to get a job, oh, my knees be hurting and I got to file for disability and my back and these be the same folks you see them all day getting drunk and high, driving around in their car, having a good time. I mean, they enjoying life way more than you enjoying life. And they just balling out. So we sitting up here funding somebody's lifestyle who's an able-bodied person. Once again, the people who need it, disabled, elderly, children, I ain't got no issue with that. I'm talking about these people that we seeing who are grown-ups who can go out and get a job. Especially that last woman who was on there talking about, yeah, look what I got and look what he got. Obviously insinuating that it's her boyfriend or her husband. So neither one of y'all can go get jobs, but y'all got enough in you to whip out your cell phones, probably brand new iPhones. You done uploaded videos to TikToks. You got all of this stuff going on, but y'all can't get a job. That's insulting to the rest of us. And then get mad when we say, "Oh, we don't care about your food stamps getting cut off." Now we wrong. So you ain't wrong for gaming the system, but we wrong for saying that we don't care about your food stamps going away? Why are you sitting up here relying on that anyway? You don't want to reach anything beyond being some person who is only as far as EBT welfare can take you. You know it's a limit to everything. Like that's a limit. That's like limiting your potential when you just want to live off of the system. You don't want to be better than that. You don't want to go beyond that. You don't want to be rich. You don't want to be wealthy. You don't want to even just be somebody who I don't need food stamps. You know, if I want to go buy some at the store, I go buy it. I don't really think about it. If I want to ride around in my car, I don't care about how much the gas is. I'm gonna ride around in my car. But the day and times that we living in, people are promoting this. They encourage this type of lifestyle. This is cool. You know, so you not only do you have able-bodied people that's on it, now you got illegal immigrants that's flooding the system. These are some of the things is the reason why Trump is letting it go on, because it's people that's on these systems that shouldn't be on these systems. I done showed this clip so many times. This immigrant lady from Chicago, I think she came over here legally, but she's saying about other immigrants and what they getting. Now listen to this once again.
No, $15,000 in food stamps and $5,000 cash money.
$15,000 in food stamps and $5,000 in cash money.
Monthly.
Every month they're getting that.
Yes, and they're getting
Every
6
month.
months free rent. But this was the first time I heard about it. Now I've heard it's 2 years free rent, getting Section 8, first prioritized before the citizens.
Shit. Before the citizens, before tax-paying citizens, somebody can cross the border and come over here and get something to eat and get somewhere to stay. And they haven't even put in to the system. They actually broke a crime when they came over here illegally in the first place. It'll never make any sense. Most EBT users don't know Democrats shut down the government and blaming Trump. Yeah. They watch the news. They like watching MSNBC and CNN, mainstream media, that's telling them that it was Trump. Oh, Trump did this. You need 60 votes. You need a super majority. That means you need 10 Democrats. I think they said the CR that they had previously voted for, which is the same thing now, they voted for it and passed it. But this time they didn't want to vote on it and pass it. And they've already voted on this same CR. Because they hell bent on getting shit in there for illegal immigrants. Because they're hoping that it turns into a voting class for them. They don't care about you. They don't care about American citizens. But for some reason, we can't get there through a lot of these people's heads.
So the Venezuelan migrants that are coming in here, they are getting 6 months free rent, $15,000 in food stamps, and on a credit card, $5,000. Cash. Oh my goodness. How do the people in Chicago feel about that?
Well, people are angry because there's a lot of people, that need help with Medicaid and food stamps, and they get rejected.
Tell me about the people that you've seen on the streets collecting clothes.
By my house, there's a Walgreens. There's a lot of families that go stand by the door with a pamphlet saying they need money and food They're Venezuelans getting money, and then they go in the bus and don't pay. Go in the trains, don't pay, and they're not getting in trouble for none of the wrong things they're doing.
They can commit a crime or steal or something and nothing happens to them.
Nothing happens. They get away with everything. By my house, a car passed by. It said Venezuela in the back windshield. No, in the front windshield said Venezuela, and on the side of the window this said Chandel Rockland. And they drove by my house.
That should let you know everything you need to know. They know that they've been sending people over here to game the system, and people understand it's coming from other countries. They like, man, look, we can go over there and we can get rich over there. Because see, the people who live there, they're not gonna get the same shit that we get because we're illegal. All we gotta do is get over there. Once we get over there and get embedded in the system, then we can get all the benefits, build up our lifestyle, bring somebody else over here, and let them build up their lifestyle. Next thing you know, we the ones that's running this country. And it's all being provided for by the Democrats. They love us coming over here. We can get rich. I'm gonna go over there first, then I'm gonna get my wife and kids to come over here. This is their setup. They all live in one house. They save up their money, then they move out to wherever they want to live by themselves. Then they bring some more families over here and they live in that house, and then they save up their money. Then they branch off and do their own thing. And then they bring another. It's just a never-ending cycle. These are the games that they play. Hang on for a second.
No food stamps, no problem. Let's go in Dollar Tree and see what we can find to make some meals out of. Come on, let's go. So, baby, we in the $1.25 tree store. Let me show y'all some things y'all can get. They got some smoked sausage. See, they got some turkey jumbo franks. They got some more sausage down here. They got a pack of bacon for $3.25. They got some peanut butter for $1.50. They have jelly for $1.50. They also have some bread. Hamburger buns, regular bread, hot dog buns for just $1.50. Baby, if you want to be a little fancy and bake you a cake, they got that for $1.25. Also, the icing for $1.25. Muffins, all of that, $1.25. Baby, you can get you some pasta noodles for $1.25. Also, they got some ragu, $2.50. They got some hunts down here for $1.25. Baby, they also got some hungry Jacks.
I know, Tim, but look, when you got to do what you got to do, this what you got to do. I think this would be your better bet than to going out stealing a bunch of shit. If this is what you have to do, then this is what you have to do. I agree. I agree.
Skillet meals only for $1.25. They got some Alfredo noodles. They got the flavor packets of rice some more rice, and that's the whole grain brown rice. Only $1.25. Egg noodles. They got some pinto beans, baby. They got some black beans. They got some, I don't know how to say these, but let me get it. Lentils, however you say it, baby. They even got them. Spaghetti noodles, elbow noodles, capatavi noodles. Baby, they even got some scallop potatoes if you want to feel.
Hold on. You say the Dollar Tree not cheaper than Aldi's? Really? I've been to Aldi's before. It's not this cheap. Maybe I need to go again.
A little fancy. Here comes some sardines, some tuna. Yeah, smoked oysters, Viennas, lunch meat, salmon, your cream of mushroom, all of that. We even got some canned goods over here. Sweet peas, whole corn, all of that. Even some fruit, baby. Get them kids some fruit. And some vegetables right there. Look like some sauerkraut. They even got some vegetable oil for $1.25. Coconut milk, baking powder, baking soda, coconut oil. Here come all of your seasonings right here too.
Hey, I'm telling you, I done been in there and bought some shit. I done been in there. I ain't never bought no food in there, but it's other stuff like I'm going in there if like batteries or some shit. I'm going in there and buy that shit. I'm not, I don't need nothing fancy. You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling him, if that's what I gotta do, then that's what I gotta do. I'm not finna go to a bunch of stores thinking of a scheme on how I can go in there and steal something. Cause if I go to jail, then what my kids gonna eat? They ain't gonna eat nothing, and they might quite possibly get put in child protective services if my children don't have anywhere else to go.
may want to throw in mayo, barbecue sauce, hot sauce, mustard, all of that. Here come, you can make you a bread pizza out of these three things right here, under $5. They got some gravy packets right here, onion soup mix. Your own, baby. Y'all better get in with the $1.25 tree stove. We got some French fries over here, baby, for $1.25. And baby, we got some $1.25 French fries. We got some cheese sauce. We got some chili. You can make you some chili and cheese fries. Or if you don't like the chili, baby, you can make you some bacon and cheese fries. Let's get into it. Also, here is another meal. This meal right here is under $8. You can get you some taquitos with you, either one of these rice packets, or either you can flip it and get you some burritos. Yeah. And the burritos can go with the rice. So, baby, you can do it however you want to do it. They also got the chicken and cheese taquitos. And these are all of the burritos that they have. Baby, you can also come in here and get you some TV dinners, some pot pies. Yes.
Well, that's a fact, Tim. That is why they be selling off their stuff, because they buying drugs and shit with them. They doing other things with that EBT. Look, people been selling them since they been having them. That's the reason why they should be empty. That's the reason why they should be empty. They mad because they ain't gonna get their food stamps on the first, but they mad because they ain't gonna be able to convert some of them food stamps into cash to go buy some nonsense.
So here is you another meal, the General Tso's chicken. And here can you some rice, which if you have to get about 5 of them, because they don't have a bag. So, but still, you can pair this meat right here with rice, and that is under $10. This is like $5. Baby, you can even add this stir fry meat to the chicken. Hold on, let me get it and pair it together. So, baby, you can even pair this together and make it a meal. I told y'all, you got to get creative with your mind. They even got the orange chicken. They got the chicken fried rice.
People ain't trying to hear that. They ain't trying to hear that. We just heard the coach purse lady talking about what she went in there and she buying seasonings that's $7. Well, stealing seasonings that's $7. Hell yeah. They flipping that EBT in exchange for cash, bro. They don't give a fuck. That's the real issue. That's what they mad about. Cause they got a routine. Oh yeah. Cause I know people like this. Yeah, nigga, on the first nigga, I'm gonna flip this and I'm gonna give me a this much amount of weed, nigga. That's gonna shit last me for about 2 or 3 weeks. Niggas do this. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. This is what they do. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. What this sister talking about?
So we got people out here crashing out because a lot of people are not showing any sympathy for the possibility of those people that get food stamps not getting them in the month of November. You know how many people I've seen?
That's a fact, Tim. Hey, look, the shit she was picking up, that's the truth, bro. That's why a lot of us do have high blood pressure, because we do eat a certain kind of way, and it's like that. All of that stuff was high in sodium, especially that Asian food. That stuff is high in sodium. Anything that's packaged up, it's gonna be high in sodium, which is gonna raise your blood pressure. All of that stuff, it's gonna raise your blood pressure. That's the truth.
Food stamps to get their hair done, nails done, their toes done, buy an outfit to go to the club, drugs, a lot. If I've seen it, other people seen it. You know what? That's why people don't give two fucks. I've seen people, women, get a new man. The man got the food stamp. Now, the food stamp is for her and her kids. The man has the food stamp card and he in the grocery store buying shit that he want. People see that shit. The what? They don't give two fucks. You know, some kids go to school and get breakfast and lunch, no dinner, because mama and I sold the food stamps for shit that she wanted. Dumb people don't give two fucks. So don't get me wrong. It's not everybody, but people see some fucked up shit. So they're like, who cares? And people are saying, well, what about my kids? Well, yeah. What about your kids when you had the food stamps, you out there selling them? What did you think about your children then? People are seeing this, and people are like, well, nobody don't care. You don't go through no hardships. You know, this, and third. You can't say people hadn't gone through hardships. People just deal with them differently. But the fucked up shit that people do, people see that. So now people are like, I don't care. They was like, what about girl coming here? She was talking about them food stamps. And, you know, I asked the question only as Aunt Viv can. I said, are you mad that you might not get food stamps to feed your kids, or are you mad that you might not get food stamps to sell this month? And she got mad. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm just asking the question. I say, because you sell your food stamps every month. I'm like, so which are you mad at? You mad at that you know, you got to go out there and spend money and feed your kids, and you don't have them food stamps to sell and have the extra money in your pocket, do shit that you don't want to spend your money on? Are you mad at that? Let me know. And she got mad, but only Aunt Viv can ask that question. So shit's about to get real. Instead of y'all moaning and groaning about it, y'all got to come up with a plan, because y'all worrying about November. Y'all better think about 6 months to a year down the road, or the next 4 years, because this administration is trying to cut off all that shit. All them shit some Democrats did to give people shit, to make people's life a little bit easier, they're about to cut all that shit off. Mm-hmm. And some of that shit needs to be cut off, real talk, because people have been taking advantage of the system and abusing it and depending on that shit. Not everybody, but some. So yeah, they about to cut that shit off. They about to cut off. Y'all fussing about 1 month. Y'all better be thinking about the next 3 years. Shit's about to get real, because they shut off Section 8, y'all fucks. Because some people out there paying $50 a month. You got a pocket full of money, but you paying $50 a month. So that money about to be gone, because you're going to have to go out there and actually pay that shit out of your pocket. That assistance you was getting to pay that light bill, and you just got the windows open and running air conditioning, yeah, they about to cut that shit off too. So you going to have to pay your own light bill. So life is about to start lifing for a lot of people. But don't get mad when people don't give two fucks, because we see so many people out there abusing that shit that they be like, I don't give a shit. You know, what about my kids? What about your kids? When you was out there doing that fucked up shit with them food stamps, what about your kids then? So it's not everybody, but it's fucked up. I see seniors, they give them $50 a month. What the fuck is $50 a month? Well, they $3 over the allotted amount of money, but you
Exactly. Now that's the shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. The seniors and people like that who deserve the food stamps, they ain't getting shit. But you got able-bodied people out here that's getting tons of fucking food stamps. Just like Tim just said, $1,100 a month in food stamps. And some of these people acting like that ain't enough. What I'm gonna do? Stop selling all your food stamps for cash so you can go buy some bullshit. If you use that $1,100 a month properly, you would have more than enough food. Instead, you think, oh, okay, I can do half of it and get the cash and the rest that'll last me for the month. And then you realize after about 2 or 3 weeks, that half of that, what is that? 1,100, what, 650? That shit gone. 550, I mean. 550, that's gone. Bro, ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Got this shit next door that can work. Got teenagers still getting food stamps, but won't work. Y'all ain't saying nothing to her. People see that. You got this veteran with PTSD. Can't work because he might choke the shit out of somebody if you say the wrong thing or blink or somebody drop a book. You won't give him anything.
Won't give them nothing. Won't give these people nothing. You know, the people who have a job and try to go down there and get food stamps, maybe they don't quite make enough. And they like, man, I just need a little bit of extra to help me. They'll either give you like $20 or nothing. But these people who refuse to get a job, refuse to improve their life, they'll get them 2,000. Oh, I got 3 kids. Oh, man, you qualify for the maximum. And she talking shit to everybody else or acting like she better than folks. They say $1,100 can buy a lot of beans, white rice, and chicken legs. Yeah. you can get whatever you really want for $1,100. Depends on how much you eat. If you ain't some greedy son of a bitch, you can get what you want to eat.
You got somebody that actually has a disability and need it. Well, you give them a little something, but you don't give them enough. But you got this chick he getting $2,000. So people see that. So people are reacting on what they see, what they've come in contact with. So y'all can't get mad. Everybody has a different opinion. You may feel one way about the situation, and a whole lot of people may feel the other way. So only thing I can tell y'all, buckle down. It's about to be a bumpy ass ride.
Hey, she ain't lying. It's about to be a bumpy ride for a lot of people. You better strap in. Because this shit about to get real. Oh, this Anton right here.
If I see you making videos about how your kids won't have a Thanksgiving this year because you're about to lose your SNAP benefits, but you have your hair done, your nails done, your lashes done, your lips done, and your forehead is frozen as, well then, it has nothing to do with the fact that you're losing these benefits and you can't feed your kids. It's just that your kids aren't your priority. I am sick of hearing this narrative. Now, do SNAP benefits affect a certain portion of the population for people who genuinely need these benefits? Yes. And I feel awful for those people.
It's crazy that we got to keep saying that. Anybody who's speaking on this topic, we always got to speak on the part that, no, it's genuinely people who need this stuff. We're not talking about them. I don't think nobody who is talking about this issue is talking about the people who genuinely need them. We are talking about the exorbitant amount of people who we've seen and we know who are abusing the system. All of us have seen this and we know people who are doing it right now. Those are the people that we saying we don't care about.
But my thing is, the amount of people who are on our benefit system through the government that genuinely need it because they have no other way of providing food and a shelter and benefits for their kids, It is such a small amount of people. Such a small amount of people. The majority of the people who are riding this system have been doing it for life, and they don't know anything else. They don't know any other way to live life other than to live off of government assistance benefits.
I'm going to be honest. I have never seen a person get off of government assistance. It's almost like a drug. It's almost like a plague. I have never.
That's a fact. I know people right now who've been on it their whole life. I know people whose parents got it. They own it. And I'm like, bro, they still on food stamps? How is they doing this? How do you got all these kids in the house? For life? They got all of these kids, they getting food stamps. And you know, if they got, man, if they got about 3, 4, 5 kids, man, they getting a lot of food stamps, man. And they got a nice house. And they don't even be working.
Never seen a person voluntarily remove themselves from government assistance, whether that be, yo, I started my business and I'm cool. I've seen people start businesses, and when they start those businesses, the businesses blow up, they do really good or whatever. And so they then figure out how it is that they don't have to report so that they can still stay on government assistance. I've seen business owners that are migrants. I don't know if they were legal or not. And they ran Chinese food restaurants, and they used government benefits and assistance to get a lot of their stuff from Sam's Club and Costco that they use to actually cook up the.
Didn't I say this? Didn't I say this about the illegal immigrants who be having these damn taco stands out here? Didn't I say this? They got EBT. They buying all the food they need for these taco stands, which means they making 100% profit, gaming the system, and getting away with it. But yet me, a taxpaying citizen, I gotta pay for everything out of pocket. Then I'm getting taxed on top of that. Now I gotta get a business license and I gotta get inspections and all of this. And they just set up shop with these taco stands. And they don't be getting all these inspections. You don't even be seeing the little sign in there with the check, with the A, if they got an A up. You don't even see that shit in there. You just see a bunch of Mexicans up in there cooking. Yep, that is another scheme. They get pregnant in their 40s. What they do is, and I hate to bring this up, my baby mom's mom, like, they wait till these kids get right in high school, probably about 16, 17. Then they find somebody else and they get knocked up again. So they got 18 more years to be on the government assistance. They fly down there, apply for all their benefits for that child, and here we go again. So when them kids gone and they can't claim them to get benefits anymore, boom, there they go. 18 more years of benefits and doing whatever you want to do. And when that child turns 18, I seen it. She went and got her a job. I said, ain't this a bitch? Because the little girl done graduated now. Now the mom is working. But she got her a nice little house. And it's amazing to me. It's amazing how they get away with this shit. And they want people like me to have sympathy for them. I don't.
Food that they then sell to other people inside of a restaurant. I've seen people on government assistance since I was younger, and if the government didn't kick them off because they got remarried to a person that actually is making a decent income, then they would have stayed on it, and they will tell you that they would have stayed on it. So I don't see people making the best decision for themselves to remove themselves from government assistance. I see people tying themselves to it and never getting off of it. I know people that had been on government assistance since I was little. And until I like disassociated myself and just grew up and became, whatever it is that I am as a man, they had been on government assistance and they had been on Section 8 the whole time.
I've been trying to find a way to say this politely. I don't really care if I upset anybody, but I kind of do. So I work across the hall from the Department of Human Services in a small town in Texas. And since 21, that place has been a revolving door. There were days that they would have people lined up outside waiting for services. If you don't know what their services are, that's the food stamps and the free healthcare. So that leads me to talk about the government shutdown. And I understand we're going without a paycheck. I get it. And I don't want my coworkers to get super mad at me for saying this, but I'm pretty sure they are. And the liberals are going to come at me in the comments, because I'm blonde, I'm pretty, and I'm white. So go just Timu Barbie, whatever y'all always like to call me. Anyway, so I saw it firsthand that those services are being abused, and it's not by Americans. It's by illegals, and it's by males. It's one thing when you have a family that is a legal U.S. citizen, taxpayer, that needs help with food, housing, medical insurance. That is not an issue. That I'm 110% okay with that. Help people. But I have a huge problem with an able-bodied male from another country coming over here and basically just mooching off the system. Because that's what they're doing. They're not contributing to society. They're not doing anything. So that, it really is, it's an issue that needs to be addressed. And if people would really step back and look at this situation, you would understand that that's not sustainable. That's not something that we can keep doing. So if we have to go without a paycheck to fix this broken system, then so be it.
One of the things that's just coming out is that the people that are getting food stamps aren't even majority American citizens. I want y'all to realize how corrupted the Democrat Party and how they are starving their own voters. Hey, Black America, how do you like it that benefits you're getting, once again, illegals are costing you the benefits that you say you desperately need? Take a look.
There are 42 million people in this country that need food stamps on a weekly basis. And we're saying people deliberately instead of Americans, because most of the people that are on food stamps aren't even from this country. 45% of Afghanistan immigrants are on food stamps, 42% of Somali immigrants, 34% of every immigrant from Iraq, 23% of Haitians, 59% of all illegal aliens are collecting food stamps, meaning that most of the people getting food stamps from the U.S. government and the U.S. taxpayer are not even Americans. Think about that. And we didn't know about any of this before the government shutdown started, but thanks to Democrats, we can confirm tonight that millions of Joe Biden illegal aliens, people who crossed the border when Joe was president, are now collecting food stamps from a program funded by hardworking American taxpayers.
That's right. All those immigrants.
But black people, they so embedded with the Democratic Party that they gonna defend them. Look what they doing to them. They gonna do it to them. They can do it to us. No, they just want to do it to you. They don't need you. At some point, they're gonna weed you out. They're gonna move you out the way because they're gonna think, oh, all of these illegals who've been over here for years, that's gonna be our new base. We don't have to rely on black people always talking about they want something and they need something. We can get y'all out the way. And they don't even see it. But see, when it's too late and the Democratic Party stop coming to your communities during the presidential election, they start going to a majority of Latino communities, that's when they're going to find out. When they stop putting on these commercials that have black people in them, that's when y'all going to find out. When they stop coming to your black churches during election season, that's when you're going to find out that everything that other people are already going over to the other side or thinking a different way, y'all gonna be behind. But y'all, by that time, y'all gonna be called all of us coons and sellouts. That y'all gonna have to approach us with your head down, and y'all gonna have to be humble because we told you so. And I'm gonna tell you, I told you so. Because it wasn't hard to see the writing on the wall and see what was going on. It's right blatantly in front of your face. But you don't care. That's right. They say that illegal immigrants don't get food stamps. That's a lie. They give them all benefits. Why do you think they always screaming they should have due process? These are not citizens. They want these people to have every right that we have as American citizens. If that's the case, then what is the point of being an American citizen if we don't have different rights than anybody else? It don't make no sense.
All those illegal immigrants are more on food stamps than American citizens. How about they pass a law that during the shutdown, anyone that's illegal alien or immigrant don't get the benefits. They are just for American citizens. And now, in order to get any benefit that is funded by the federal government, you have to produce documents to show you are an American citizen. Cut them all off and tell people do that. Take the National Guard and bring them to usually it's social service place, usually social service places. And the social service places deal with stuff like that. Have ICE and agents sit there, and if they come, they write them down. If they're not U.S. citizens, they'll be put on this particular category. So in case of a shutdown happen, they don't get any food stamps. No benefits. None whatsoever. That's America first. And for all you folk who complain about food stamps, voila.
They don't want to hear it. It's the truth, though. I'm just like I'm saying. They don't want to hear it.
So as quiet as it's kept, and I know y'all won't admit this because I know how y'all are, but y'all aren't really outraged that the food stamps, the EBT shit is about to get shut down. Y'all are really outraged because now you're gonna have to take the money you normally buy weed, wigs, bundles, get your nails done. Y'all are gonna have to take those funds and buy food now. And don't say I'm lying, because when y'all were receiving food stamps, you were selling the food stamps. So you weren't worried about feeding your children then. But all of a sudden now, you're outraged. Oh my God, like, why we gonna feed our kids the same way you've been feeding them? Sleeping with that man. Getting a few funds from him. Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been worried about them kids and their well-being, but all of a sudden now, you are. Okay. Alright.
That's why people have been making all these jokes talking about coochie just went back on sale. Get your $40 out, boys. It's back on sale. It's back. The deals are back. The deals are back. Right now, you can come get your coochie selection. You can get old cooch, new cooch, all on clearance for $40. One-stop shop. Come down to the coochie store today. It's gonna be like everybody gonna be lined up, rubbing their 20s together. Got their Birdman hands going. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, that's funny. New York about to elect a far left immigrant descendant mayor who really gonna help immigrants with government money. Yeah. And they don't even see it. That shit is it's crazy how they don't even see it. They sitting up here voting for this dude. He's not going to help none of the American citizens, none of the native New Yorkers, none of the people who've been there their whole lives and who have been there for generations. He finna straight up help illegals. He finna straight up help immigrants. He finna straight up help anybody who looks like him first. And when they get all of this help and they start having all these businesses, and then all the black folks and whoever else who's been there for generations gonna look up and be like, damn, what did we get? It's gonna be too late. Cause he gonna be railroading the shit out of y'all.
We should not be subsidizing obesity.
Welch Juices got 2 cases of these. A box of Sam's brand chips. Say that bit over.
What did it say? 1,500 EBT haul just checked my card and had $12,087 in food stamps? What?
They got these chips.
Snacks, more snacks.
Cinnamon Toe Crunch. Ballpark hot dogs.
Proud of it too.
Some teriyaki noodles.
Snacks.
Some kind of different.
More snacks.
A pack of ground beef. Packets on the sticks. Seasoning salt. Pickles.
It looked like she eat up all the groceries before the kids eat anything. This is what I'm talking about. She getting all of this food stamp. Look how big this woman is. She can't go to work. She done went out and bought all these groceries, but she can't go to work. Who told her to have all these kids? That's not fair to us. We shouldn't be taking care of her kids. This shit is crazy. Who had sex with her? I don't know. I don't know who had somebody kept doing it.
Powder donuts.
For what?
I mean, I got hypertension just from watching it. I died of a heart attack, came back to life, and then got diabetes and died again, then came back to life again, all while we were watching them. Nothing but processed junk food. Nothing, no real food. This goes on for 4 or 5 minutes. This woman is showing off all the stuff she bought. She bought a truckload of stuff with EBT, and none of it is food.
That's exactly what you was talking about, Tim. That's exact. It's a heart attack waiting to happen. She got a heart attack waiting to happen, bro. And she's serving it to her kids. She's serving it to her kids. What do you say? All that processed food? They don't care, man. They love it. Yes, this is why black people have a lot of ailments. We blame it on everything else, but look what we going out and eating on a daily basis. She talking about powdered donuts and chips and what the fuck is that? Give me a break.
You know, I don't know of a time where the left doesn't turn on themselves, do you? Now, my timeline is being flooded with people who are threatening to walk out of Walmart with carts full of food because of the food stamps being shut off next month. Let me show you guys these videos that are coming up on my timeline, not only here on TikTok, but also on X. They are all over the place. It's so crazy.
Hey, TikTok. So, I was scrolling to TikTok and I just saw that next month, us low class people, you know, our lower class.
Shouldn't think of yourself that way.
We ain't gonna get no motherfucking food stamps. Let me tell you know how many people I have seen saying that they're gonna go to Walmart and steal? Like, they don't know that we don't give a fuck. Like, either you're gonna give us food or we're gonna take that bitch. Why are they doing this? Like, why are they trying us like this? Like, come on now. We're trying to survive out here. And the way that we survive is by taking shit. So,
wow.
Get it together. Get it together, MAGA. Because y'all motherfuckers are the ones that have more food, that need more food stamps than us Latino and blacks. So, good luck to ya.
Wow, that's pretty racist of you to just assume that MAGA is just white. Because I know so
Exactly.
many black, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, Amish people who literally...
It's because they're on the left. This is how they think. They don't know no better. They only know what the left tells them. You got white people on the left telling you how black folks live and how I even seen one video where it was a white man scalding a black man for being MAGA, telling him he should be ashamed of himself and that he was a sellout. I was like, what?
Really voted for Trump and voted to have people stop sucking off the government's tit. But anyways, people like this are literally so candid about stealing. Did you forget who's in the White House? Did you? Because it's not senile Joe and the hoe no more. No. We're in the age of accountability. And if you want to walk into Walmart, fill up your cart with a felonious amount of products and then walk right out, well, you're catching a case. And then you're going to be sitting in the county jail eating that despicable excuse for food. And you're going to say, oh man, it's MAGA's fault I'm in here. Get out. Oh, she's not the only one. There's more.
Donald motherfucking Orange Man J. Trump. I'm gonna tell you just like this. What the fuck you mean? Who ain't getting their goddamn food stamps in goddamn November? Cause I'm getting my goddamn shit.
No, you
I don't know
ain't.
about the rest of you motherfuckers, but I'm getting my shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you just like on Jesus Lamar motherfucking Christ.
Jesus
I
Lamar.
will be at motherfucking Walmart with my steel toes on. And my motherfucking helmet, and I dare a bitch try to stop me from walking out that motherfucking store with my groceries.
I hope they lock her motherfucking ass up. I swear to God. You got that kind of attitude, bro? I hope they lock your stupid ass up. And for one, we know you ain't gonna do all that.
Stop the cap.
You just making it up. You lying. You ain't that bold. You talking tough because you behind the camera and you online and you trying to get clicks. But we know you not finna go in there with no helmet and no steel toe boots because you know why? You would be a damn fool.
You big dummy.
You'll be a damn fool to go in there and do some shit like that. Soon as you come in there with that shit, they gonna carry your ass up out of there. This is what they gonna say to you.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
And they gonna shut that shit down soon as you hit that door. They already know what you up to. It ain't no good.
Baby, I'm 250 pounds solid.
250? How much you want to bet she about 5'2", 5'3", talking about she 250? You don't need no more groceries. You need a gym membership, ma'am. That's what you need. Oh yeah, I know about Walmart with the off-duty security. They don't even know. They going to jail, bro. They going to jail.
Baby, you want to see a human motherfucker bulldozer, baby? Because that's what the fuck I'm going to turn into. If you think you going to stop me from leaving out that goddamn for my motherfucking monthly groceries that I get every goddamn month, I ain't bothering no goddamn body, okay? Why the fuck is y'all bothering me and my goddamn food? I'm just so
Cause you
tired
can
of
get
his
a
big back
job and go.
bonehead.
You can get a job and go buy all that shit. You doing all of this, you can go get a job. You sitting up here acting the fool, talking about helmets and steel toe boots. What the hell you doing with steel toe boots if you can't go get you a job? Hmm.
I mean, you already have the steel toes. You could use them to, I don't know, let's say go to work. You're solid. You even said so yourself. Well, then you're able bodied to go get a job. And, you know, I absolutely voted to stop people like you and many other people, no matter
Exactly.
what your skin color is. I voted for you guys to stop sucking off the government's teat.
Exactly.
Stop relying on taxpayers to fill your carts with Pepsi and God knows whatever else. You got to be 250 pounds off of the taxpayers. Those taxpayers voted for Donald Trump to literally cut wasteful spending, abuse, and fraud. Look, man, here's what I really don't give a shit. Honest to God, I don't. It couldn't have happened to a better person. Christy Walton, the billionaire heiress for Walmart, is over here. Not only is she supporting these No Kings protests, but Queen Christy also funds these anti-ICE protests. That's probably where she got that helmet from. So, Christy, I mean, the left eats their own all the time. I bet you she didn't anticipate this one happening. So again, it couldn't have happened to a better human, right, Christy Walton? I'm over here like, I know these people are going to get arrested, which really sucks for them because they are choosing to not only put this all over the internet, but they're literally admitting, like, I'm going to go walk into Walmart, fill up my grocery cart, and I'm going to steal this shit because try and stop me. Knowing damn well people get caught shoplifting like every time. Like, this is why I don't even go into Walmart. Honest to God, because it's fucking ratchet as shit. So if you want to go and do this and post these silly videos, go right ahead. It's only going to be used at your criminal trials.
Exactly.
But you know what? Again, I'm over here like, haha, Christy Walton. Looks like you ain't safe. All that virtue signaling and that funding of these anti-Trump protests really got you far. And let me remind you, it's not Donald motherfucking Trump's fault that the government shut down. It's not the Republicans' fault that the motherfucking government shut down, neither. This is the Democrats. All 60 Democrats used the filibuster to shut down the government. Perhaps if you knew what the hell you were talking about and you actually did your own research for a change instead of just listening to whatever the Democrats on the mainstream media are saying or lying about, no matter if it's on social media or on the news, you would actually see that the Democrats were the ones who shut the government down because they want all of this money since USAID was shut down. They panicked. Where's all of this money that we were funneling from the American taxpayers going into our bank accounts? Where's that going to come from? Oh yeah, we can get $1.5 trillion if we say it's for vasectomies and circumcisions over here in the Balkans. We can say that we're going to have a transgender parade over here in Uganda. Get out of here. Go on with your bad selves. Go on into Walmart and try to do that and see what happens. I'm so sick and tired of them blaming Trump and blaming MAGA. MAGA ain't gonna make you post these videos on the internet saying you're gonna go steal a cart full of food from Walmart. Go get a job. Period.
Yes, go get a freaking job. Go get a job, man. We talking about able-bodied people. We're not talking about elderly or disabled. We're not talking about them people. Those people genuinely need it. Those people genuinely deserve it. We are talking about able-bodied people who won't get off their ass, but yet they can make TikTok videos and show you all kind of tactics and what they're gonna do to go steal some groceries. And like, If you can do all of that, why can't you just go get a job? Why is it so hard for you to get a job? You done made a TikTok on your phone when you could have took that same phone and filled out some applications without leaving the comfort of your own home. You ain't even got to get up. You don't even have to go anywhere. You don't even have to get dressed. You can just think of somewhere that you want to work. Go to the website and go down to careers. Sign up, log in, and fill out an application. And check your email every day. But y'all can't do that. You can make a TikTok on this is what I'm gonna do, baby. I'm gonna go down there. Look, I got my bag. You need some zip ties because I'm gonna strap the meat to my leg, see? And I'm gonna go in the bathroom. And this is what you do. You go in the bathroom and they're gonna have all of this shit. I'm gonna wear a big moo dress. Oh, it's getting cold too. I'm gonna just throw in a big ass coat. They don't know how small I am up under the coat. I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff on. See, I can hide this right here and this over here, snacks right here. Get you some Velcro strap. That way you can strap everything to you. It don't slide off. It don't move. And make sure you take the kids in there because you can stuff the kids. All of this bullshit they're going to have going on. Then get on the job site. They trying to get me fired because I'm black. They don't like me because I'm black. They don't want me to move up because I'm black. Nah, you don't want to move up. You don't want to learn the next skill. You just want to stay at the base level. They're going to say, hey, such and such, come over here. Let me show you this. And you get mad. I don't want to do all that. They trying to make me do all of this extra stuff in my job. Well, how you going to move up? Well, if I start doing that, they're going to have to pay me. You don't even know how to do it. Somebody trying to show you how to do it. Now, I got to get paid. I'm just going to quit. Go back on my government assistance. Look, man, y'all, we dealing with some crazy folks out here. Nut jobs. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. But, man, that's all I wanted today, man. I'm going to get off of here. I wanted to talk about that. I hadn't even talked about it. I've been hearing about it for a while, and I've been seeing so many other people talk about it, but I kind of wanted to see what was going to happen. Kind of wanted to wait till November and just see what was going to happen. But I keep seeing so many videos and so many clips about it that it's making me sick to see it. But, it is what it is. If you go in there stealing, then your ass going to jail. I don't know what y'all thinking about. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm about to get off of here, man. I'll catch y'all next time, man. Y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I don't see no likes. That's fine. I got great people watching. Appreciate y'all coming through. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.